Let's talk to Matt, who's a Liverpool fan who was at the game. Matt, very good evening to you, and congratulations.
Hello, Matt.
How are you doing, lad? You all right?
Yeah, not bad. Yeah, I don't know why Mike Graham has suddenly congratulated you.
Well, because they just won the third round of the FA Cup.
And do you congratulate every fan who comes on whose team has just won a game? No, you don't.
Well,
You see, he's just trying to wind me up, Matt.
I'm not
but
trying to wind him up.
Anyway, what do you think of the game tonight, Matt?
Hey, mate, I tell you what, mate, just going home now in the car. I'm not driving, mate. I don't break the rules, but what a game that was, mate. Oh, my God.
Well, yeah, but your new guy, Van Dijk, or Virgil, as he's got his name across the back of his shirt, which I find a bit odd, he got turned, didn't he, by our boy Bolasie in the early minutes.
What? Sorry, mate, why is that odd? What's the problem with that, mate?
Well,
why is that odd, mate?
Well, my name's Mike Parry. If I was playing, I wouldn't put Mike on the back of my shirt.
Because he plays for Liverpool. He plays for Liverpool. Don't get jealous, my friend. It's one of those things.
He wasn't. He didn't. I'll tell you what, Matt. If he hadn't scored a goal, he didn't have a great game before that, did he?
He was the best player on the pitch, my friend.
No, he wasn't. He wasn't. He got turned by Bolasie in the 5th minute. That boy can't turn on a sixpence. It didn't look to me as though he could turn on a hula hoop. So, you know, I'd be worried if I were you. The only reason he scored the goal was because our goalkeeper, Pickford, sadly, misjudged that cross badly.
Mate, don't take it out on me because you've only won the trophy since 1995, you know what I mean?
I'm not taking it out on you at all. I have no envy of you being a Liverpool fan because I don't want to be a Liverpool fan, honestly.
I bet you wish you would, mate, after tonight.
No, I don't. I don't.
Matt, you're a very cruel man, but thank you for your call. Matt, who's a Liverpool fan. Hi, Tom.
Yeah, hi, Tom.
Hiya, mate. Okay?
Yeah, go on, mate.
Good. No, Glenn, you weren't too wrong with some of the stuff you were saying there. But,
that's right.
I just think the fans weren't all there, though, tonight, to be honest. I thought they were quite poor first half. I thought, to be honest, potentially it was a harsh penalty, but you just didn't get behind your team tonight. That's the thing, Glenn. There was no commitment from the fans. And,
Sorry, what are you talking about, Tom? What are you talking about?
Well, it was at Anfield, wasn't it, Tom?
I'm sorry, there was not. And, Jagielka struggled on that. I agree there was no one on the post, but, it comes from Sam Allardyce, doesn't it? You put 20 men behind the ball. It was all the way. Throughout the game, every ball was just long. And luckily we've got the King of Holland, at the back, and he's just bossing it.
Yeah, well, he wasn't bossing it because he got turned over by Bolasie in the first 5 minutes, Tom, and the Everton fans were right behind the team tonight. Sorry?
I said he was 2-1. He did score the winner, Glenn.
Yeah, I know, but he was a liability to you up till then. And
I think if he hadn't scored the winning goal, Tom, there'd have been a lot of people asking the question this morning in the papers or tomorrow morning.
Well, we spent 75 million on.
We spent 75 million on this guy.
The thing that disappoints me, Glenn, is the small mentality of Everton.
It's Glenn, by the way.
Anfield. And
Glenn was the last caller.
Yeah.
I know, I was talking about Glenn, what he was saying, but what I was disappointed was that Everton only comes to set up and put 11 men behind the ball, and what is that?
That's what most teams do when they go to Anfield.
Well, that's not strictly true either, Tom, because they scored a rather good goal against a sort of a backpedaling
Liverpool. With 10 minutes to go, Tom, with 10 minutes to go, either team could have won that match, and I thought Everton looked more likely to do so.
Well, you were wrong, weren't you?
Yes, I was wrong, yeah. But I wasn't wrong 10 minutes from the end of the game when it was still 1-1. I wasn't wrong then. I still thought Everton had the chance then of taking the game.
One way forward now for Everton, and I think that's relegation.
Oh, yeah. Well, listen, Tom, if you want to come here and make sensible conversation, that's great. When you start talking gibberish and rubbish and Bolaxios, right, it doesn't work.
That's entirely true. In fact, you concur with Mr. Parry on that. Let's have a listen to Jurgen Klopp. See, because the whole point about every game being the same and following on from the previous game is that referees know things from previous games. Referees know things about certain players from previous games, and that affects some of their decision-making. Well, let's talk to Tom, who's a Liverpool fan who was at the game, because he may have another view. Tom, a very good evening to you.
Hello?
Hi, Tom. Yeah,
go on. To say, Tom?
Yeah, just want to pull you both up, really, on why you thought Van Dijk didn't have a good game tonight. You're sort of clutching at straws, saying that he got turned in
I didn't say he didn't have a good game. I just said that I think people would have asked whether he was worth 75 million.
Well, how you can't judge that against a negative Everton side when he didn't really have much to do. I mean, if you look at the stats, probably after the game tonight, he probably won 95% of everything in the air.
Yeah.
Probably give the ball away a couple of times in the game.
And where was he? Where was he when Everton broke and that brilliant move finished off by Sigurdsson and scored? Where was he there?
But if you see what happened 5 minutes before the end of the game, he was in the box
No, I mean, where was he when Everton scored?
Well, I'll tell you exactly where he was when Everton scored. He was being pulled
there
across the penalty area by Jagielka.
Yeah.
And so when Jagielka checked back, he wasn't anywhere near the ball.
Yeah, and then he goes on to score the winner. So he was running back.
Yes,
he was not the man that should have been marking the break.
I'll give you the stats, Tom, if you like. He won 5 aerial duels, more than anyone else. He has 79 touches, second most on the pitch. 2 shots on target, more than anyone else. 1 goal, 2 interceptions, 62 passes, and 4 long passes.
Yeah, but you saw him turned by Bolasie, Tom.
And he's been a Liverpool player for 5 days, and it's the first time he's played in that back 4 in a Merseyside derby, and you're saying that was a poor performance by him.
I didn't say that.
No.
I never said it was a poor performance. No, Tom, you're not listening to what we say. You have to listen to the individual words that we use because they're very important. I said if he hadn't scored the goal, there would have been people asking the question whether he was worth 75 million quid, which is entirely correct because people would have been asking that question.
He's not judged on his goal-scoring abilities, is he?
Well, he's judged on his performance, Tom.
No, but I'm saying the goal that he scored, goal that he scored. But Tom, listen, Tom.
You see the stuff he did off the TV camera, organising the back 4, shouting at the players, getting the wing backs in. That's the stuff that Liverpool haven't had with Lovren and Matip, and that's exactly why he's worth the money because he does all of that stuff as well.
No, you say so. But Bolasie turned him in the first 5 minutes. I mean, it looks to me like he would need the.
That's the only thing you keep saying. You can't mention anything else. He got turned in the first, and Bolasie's a good player. He's a tricky winger.
That's right.
If I remember, what happened from that is Bolasie actually run it out for a throw-in, and it didn't go anywhere.
But if he can't turn, Tom, he's going to meet even better players than Bolasie.
He's never ever allowed to make a mistake.
If he needs an area the size of a roundabout in the middle of the A1 to be able to turn, then I'm afraid you're in trouble.
I think Everton would be very happy to have him, and I think Porky's just saying that he doesn't. Porky's just saying he doesn't think he's very good.
Apart from that all their centre backs, apart from that young fella tonight who even lost his head, are all awful, I think, to be honest, and I think it's just a bit of jealousy that he spent all that money on Michael Keane, wasted, Ashley Williams.
No. We didn't spend all that money on Michael Keane. We spent 25 million because he's a young player with great potential.
It's still a lot of money for a young kid who played 1 good season at Burnley.
And is now in the England squad, and we'll probably go to Moscow with him. So if you're an England centre half, you're pretty good to be in the Everton back 4.
I doubt he'll go to Moscow, but...
Yeah, well, I think he will.
You never know. Listen, Tom.
We've got our right back is a better centre-back than him. Joe Gomez is a better centre-back, so...
Well, that's, that's just your opinion, Tom, but you're looking at the world through red-tinted glasses.
Do you think Liverpool can win the FA Cup? Tom, do you think...
I thought Everton played up, and when Rooney went off, Everton played really well, and I think Sam Allardyce needs to be less negative and believe in the players he's got, because I thought you played really well. When Rooney came off and you brought Lookman on, I thought you looked a good side, and I could see you going on to get the winner. I'm not being biased towards Liverpool. I just think we've got better players coming through. I know that Liverpool at the moment are looking at a young kid called Matt Moore, who I've seen him play quite a few times. It's another centre-back coming through the ranks, so it's exciting times.
So do you think, Tom, that the problems Liverpool have had defensively have now been solved?
No, of course they're not going to get solved by one signing. It's going to take time. Still not completely sure about the left-back position, but I think it's a step in the right direction. The thing that stood out for me the most was him leading the back 4. That's something that we haven't had.
Okay.
No, I haven't had anybody doing anything with the back 4, really. Michael says, cut this plank off with a total plonker. Goodbye, Tom, you wazzock. That's a bit harsh, isn't it?
No, it's very harsh.
You won't let anyone else speak.
We like
people,
all
by the
people
way,
to ring in.
giving you a hard time for not knowing that it was 2-0 to Manchester United against Derby.
Yeah, well, okay.
1-0.
Good.
Well, that's how ineffective the game was.
No, not at all. Not at all.
No?
No, I do care. Of course I
don't care what the score is in the Man United game.
It's not that I don't care what the score is in the Manchester United game. I care about the relevance of what happened on football fields around England tonight.
Football fields?
Yeah. Football grounds. And what happened at Old Trafford was not very relevant.
Is that what you're saying? Okay. Scouse Chef Dylan says, guys, here in the States, both Warren Barton and Alexi Lalas both said definitely a penalty. They also said Liverpool by far the better and only team to want to win the game. Mr. Parry is just very bitter, and that's very sad.
Yeah. Why did somebody here say, what happened in the last commercial break? Porky came back in a much fouler mood.
It's true.
I'm not in a foul mood.
I don't think you are.
I'm not in a foul mood.
I've seen you in much fouler moods than this.